Alrighty then. Let's get this started. Don't mind the noise in the background in case you can hear it. I kind of have no choice but to do it. I will turn my mic down a little bit, just so it's not hearable. But in the meantime, hello guys. Yeah, don't mind that. don't don't mind that. That's something that I'm working on in private. I wanted to stream earlier today because I don't know. I just kind of wanted to, I was awake. Felt I should stop doing streams at like afternoon time, even though it is still afternoon time. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on with this. In the meantime, though, I recently joined another campaign of D&D. Managed to make everyone see what kind of a person I can be as a Doulahan. So that's fun. Tomorrow we'll be traveling Misfits D&D, so that'll be fun as well. Not going to be filming that one, unfortunately. Mainly because a lot of the people there are camera shy. As opposed to me, who apparently, for as anxiety-filled as I am, can do this. Surprisingly. And effectively. But, for the time being, let's continue on with Apollo Justice. Now, as you all know, we're almost done with the game. No joke, we're almost done with it. Like, I think this is the final chapter. Now, I think I did put a file save on it, but we're gonna continue just in case. Day 3 trial. Yeah, I think we did. Here we go. Yep, here he is. Welcome to court. Or no, actually, I should actually be more serious. Should be like, welcome to court. 7 years, all leading to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant Vera Misham innocent or guilty? I say innocent, honestly. Like, she only did what she was practically told to do and what she loved. Like, there's no telling there's literally no telling, like, what... She didn't do what she did out of hatred or for greed. She did it because she wanted to do it. She did it because that's what she was meant to do. The courtroom doors are opening. The trial awaits. Are you ready to begin? No, truthfully not. Oh wait, no. Actually, no, I'm really not ready. Hold on a minute. I'm actually really not ready. I don't even have my walkthrough open. I mean my secret weapon. Where is it? I think this is it. Ah, shoot. Alright, this is just gonna have to be it, huh? Okay, here we go. I mean, 4. Okay. Are you ready to begin? Now I am. Courtroom number 3. Preparations complete. Here we go. The finale of a lifetime. Any final thoughts before we go in? Because I have a couple, actually, before we begin. Wow, that thing is actually fucking loud, huh? Is it even... Hold on a minute. So, I'm just gonna leave that on for the time being. It wasn't printing anything. It broke. In other words, I gotta fix it again. Piece of junk. I love you, though. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. I guess my final thoughts would be, like, I'm sad that this is ending. Because I love the cast so much. Like, even, like, Hobo Nick. I love Hobo Nick. Like, just his serious demeanor. Because the whole time you're playing the original Ace Attorney games that Phoenix was in, you never saw him. So for all I know, whenever he pulled out the Magatama, he just looks like this. Like, he just... Hold on. He just looks like... Granted, I don't do it justice. So, anyways, this might be a short stream, depending on how long the trial is. So, let's hope it's not too short, shall we? Because this is a finale. Here we go. Something inside me, rising, surfacing. It all comes down to you. Something important, lost long ago. It's close, so close. October 9th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3. Yikes. Court is now in session for the trial of Vera Bishop. Oh yeah, that's right. They had to see her fate. That's right. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution's ready to rock. Prosecutor Gavin, how is the defendant Vera Misham's condition? Acute atropine poisoning, according to a physician. She could die at any time. Clavier! Thus, her absence from the courtroom today. What? They can't put her on trial without her being here? It is unusual. I will admit, Trucy, it's unusual. They should wait for her to get better and then do it then. It's so bureaucratic of them. It's being a little harsh. They can't delay the trial any longer, or they risk having no one left to try. A trial without a verdict can only cause grief. The records of this case and experience tell us this. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on. Right. If Vera dies, the trial will be cancelled. I'm not gonna let that happen. Mr. Wright told me everything that's been going on behind the curtain all these years. I'm going to get Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time. Very well. Your opening statement, Prosecutor Captain. Let me see what we have. Oh, we have everything, huh? Yep, we have everything. Yikes. Alright. Your opening statement, Prosecutor Captain. The prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events, even though I literally witnessed a little girl get poisoned in front of my eyes. And I even said that she has, like, no time, that she has little time to live. Why did Vera Misham succumb to poison? Because she couldn't live with the guilt of what she'd done. You ass! That's a little too soon, don't you think? I know you're your brother's, like, sibling, but come on, dude. That's too much even for you. Objection! Oh, he's pissed. But Vera was poisoned with atracinin. The exact same poison that took her father's life. What better confession could you ask for? I don't know, a written one? From your brother, specifically? Being the killer, she would have had access to the poison. Where? They were in a paint studio! Where can you get... Wait, is Atrakin even a thing? Hold on, I need to see if this is a thing. What is Atrakin? Is a synthetic substance that is extremely poisonous to humans. Oh, it's not even a real freaking thing. It's not even a real freaking list of fictional poisons. Okay, so they made up a poison. Kudos. Kudos to the team. Kudos to the guy who came up with Atrakin. Being the killer, she would have had access to the poison, even though they're in a paint studio. I don't know. I mean, is Atrakin in a paint thing? Significant since it's rather hard to come by. So, in other words, you've just destroyed your case. Granted, I don't know how a courtroom works. You've destroyed your case. You idiot. That is true. No, it's not. Judge, don't even listen to him. He's a liar. He's a lying sack of shit. He's protecting his brother. Pretty sure he doesn't even realize it. In other words, I see no need for further discussion. We could have had our verdict yesterday. Well, Mr. Justice. If you have no objections, I see no reason to postpone a verdict. No, I have an objection. What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defense holds that Vera Misham is the victim, not the killer. If that's so, then you have to prove something. She was in court giving her testimony before us. And then she fell. For no reason. How do you propose her killer poisoned her? Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told us who her mystery killer was. I don't think you'd like that. I don't think he'd like that, but I'm gonna give him the truth no matter what. The prosecution's objection is sustained. I asked the defense to prove its claims to the court. Tell us how Vera Misham was poisoned. Also, I think someone just made soup. I can smell it through my door. Well, you know what? That might actually be. No, they made chicken. Why does it smell like soup? Okay, I've got two things to prove here. Who did it and how. Which to hit first? Show the how first, because that's what I saw before. How did the killer poison Vera Misham? I will focus first on the method used. Any comments before we begin, Prosecutor Gavin? What a bottle or container of poison was found on the defendant's body? I see. So the vector of poisoning is unknown. Is the defense prepared to prove how the poison reached Vera Misham? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. What method was used to poison Vera Misham? The nail polish. What's this? My, what a beautiful bottle. I'd like to give whoever designed that a hand. Is that nail polish? It's colorless. Something the matter? No, nothing. Nothing at all. He recognizes it. He recognizes it. You can't tell me that you don't recognize it. So the killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it? As Prosecutor Gavin has told us, this is nail polish. Nail polish? It's like paint for nails. Know any women with red nails? Ah, my wife has red nails. I see, so she's been painting them all this time. Are you telling me that he's this stupid? How did he get this job? I'm pretty sure half of the judges in the courtroom would have been like, what is wrong with you? You can't be this gullible, Judge. You can't be! Oh my god. What a fucking idiot. let's recall yesterday's trial. Remember when Vera was testifying to the court? Court is now back in session. Oh no! Oh, she was biting her nails. Oh. Ooh. Oh, Kristoff, you're a fucking clever boy. Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Yeah. Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit of biting her nails. Her nails. Ah! Prosecutor Gavin? When the prosecution had Vera examined, did they check her nails? How does one say that I did not and not look like an idiot? Bailiff! Have them check the defendant's nails at once, Mr. Justice. Yes? Do you know who did this? Do you know who put poison in that nail polish? Yes. But I don't think Clavier is gonna like it. That bottle belongs to Vera Mission? Why do you ask? Know someone else who might have a bottle like this, Clavier? No. Just checking. He's trying so hard not to... No, I don't know anyone else. I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't anyway. Mr. Justice, you are about to accuse someone of poisoning that bottle of nail polish. Please dispense with the chatter. You realize the weight of this accusation. Here, let me show you. Yep, understood, Your Honor. No problem. I know what I'm doing this time. Then let us ask, who poisoned Vera Mission via her nail polish? Someone we know very well. What's this? Kristoff Gavin?
Objection!
No! What's your game? What are you doing? My bro, there's no way he could do a thing like that. You should know better than anyone else. Indeed. Oh wait, no, I don't have to. Indeed. He is behind bars. I know. However, that doesn't mean it was impossible to do what he did. What? What do you mean? Ask yourselves when he put the poison in the bottle. It could have been yesterday. It could have been a month ago. Maybe it was a year ago. Or perhaps it was 7 years ago. But what? Kristoff Gavin had no motive for killing this poor girl. It's simply inconceivable. Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so. Oh! He's just sitting there like, Kristoff, you did it! You've gone too far this time! I know you love me as a brother, but this is too far. That face tells me one thing. Kristoff Gavin's own younger brother doesn't find it inconceivable at all. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, if you feel there is a clear and pressing need, then we may have to summon Kristoff Gavin from jail as a special witness. Fine. Fine. I've known for some time that an impenetrable darkness lurked at the bottom of this. A darkness that has swallowed even myself. Uh-huh. Hey, when you gonna stop being the poetic type? Okay. The defense's wish is granted. Let prisoner Kristoff Gavin take the stand. Bailiff, begin proceedings to call a special witness. The witness is Kristoff Gavin, currently residing in solitary cell 13 at Central Prison. I think I changed his voice again, my bad. Oh, there he is. There he is! Your Honor! How nice to see you again. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? It's not every day I'm summoned from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never. I think you already know, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Ah, Mr. Justice. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself. Ah, why do I feel somehow he's still my boss? Stiff upper lip, Apollo, you can do it! Does this bottle look familiar? Ariadone nail polish? Why yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear. She's not dead yet! And? Was there something concerning this bottle you wish to ask me about? I admit I respect her for her taste in nail polish. Her taste, indeed. The nail polish was how Veramisham was poisoned. Atracanin, was it? Yeah, this isn't fucking suspicious at all. This isn't fucking suspicious at all. A real-life judge hearing this would be like, I don't think I have to hear any more. I think you're guilty. Like, even the jury would be like, nah, this man's guilty as hell. You're well informed about the case, Mr. Gavin. Even in solitary, much comes to my desk, and I have nothing to do but read. Well, Clavier? Fuck you. He's just like, fuck you. Maybe you could explain this. Nope. You're being accused again. By him. Again. Ah, and you agree with his accusation, do you? It's really not that hard to put two and two together, brother. Let's hold a proper trial, shall we? Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please. I'd be delighted. The charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. You are suspected of the poisoning of the defendant Veramisham. Please testify on this matter to the court. Here we go. Here we fucking go. Owning the same nail polish does not a murderer make. I've been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? Her father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution's case holds. She's poisoned her father, then attempted to poison herself. Surely you aren't going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father too? Oh, that's a mistake. Well, I'm afraid the defense's claim is sounding rather unlikely. Naturally. For one, I don't even know his emissions. Isn't that so, Mr. Justice? Wait, you... Oh, shit. He knows. Very well, Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. I'm accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss. But I know he poisoned the missions. The question is, when could he have done it? Not to mention why. So... owning the same nail polish does not a murder make. I've been in this solitary confinement for half a year. The father died of the same poison. The prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father. Surely you aren't going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father too. Perceive! This hand or the other one? Wait a minute. What's that scar? Oh! Oh, that looks like a fucking skull. Gotcha! Clog V8, Christoph! Sorry. It was you who killed Dromisham. A bluff worthy of your new mentor, Mr. Wright. Oh, really? But you see, I saw it. Right when you said her father, too. Your hand tensed unnaturally, and a little devil appeared to give me the news. Oh, shit. And? Let's assume for the sake of argument that you saw me being tense. What does that mean? Are all tense witnesses guilty? And tell me, was Dromisham fond of nail polish too? Sorry, was his more than one way to poison a bag. You don't need nail polish to get someone's mouth Then I must be very talented indeed. You see, Drew Mission was killed on October 6th, while I was already in my solitary confinement cell at Central Prison. If that's not an alibi, then I don't know what is. But you found a way all the same. And I found it too. Oh shit! He's just like, you did it! This is how you poisoned Drew Mission. Do I present? Which envelope do I present? The yellow one or the red one? The commemorative stamp. Take that! I'm sure this commemorative stamp requires no introduction. Where did you get that? The night Mr. Mission died, he was seen writing a letter. Atrikinin was found on this stamp, Mr. Gavin. So am I to understand this stamp was the murder weapon? Yes, you are. Oh, and yes, this stamp was found in your prison cell. That is all, Your Honor. Order! I'm not doing the 3 orders. That's impossible for me. Poison on the back of that stamp? After Drew Mission was killed, someone paid a visit to this witness's cell. Phoenix Wright. Daddy? That's when he found the stamp. You made Drew Mission write you a letter. That's how you killed him. What? My. You've upset my poor brother to the point of uselessness. Allow me to clarify this matter, Justice. All you need to do is recall witness Spock Russell's testimony. Well, that's the thing. See, after he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. His desk drawer? Yes, a stamp. A so-called postage stamp. He was looking for a stamp. Ergo, he had no intention of using this stamp. Where you getting at? What I'm arriving at is this commemorative stamp wasn't a frame. It was a mere coincidence that he used it that night. That would seem to be the case. Or perhaps you mean to suggest that I can somehow manipulate coincidence. Yeah, that's possible, actually. No, he does have a point. How would this witness know if the victim was going to use that stamp? Without that, he couldn't have planned the murder. What? Really, Clavier? You should be seeing through these weak-spined bluffs by now. Shut up, is probably what he's thinking. He's right, though. How could anyone have known Mr. Mission would use that stamp that night? Least of all, Christoph Gavin locked away in his cell. Well, it seems that the defense has run out of things to say. You assume he had something to say in the first place. I believe the defense's bluff has been called. The defense's bluff? The defense's bluff? I'm not sure I agree with you there, Christoph. Oh shit, he's not calling him brother anymore. Clavier? Honestly, I wanted to believe you. But the defense was trying to get away with the bluff. You were, Christoph. What are you saying, Prosecutor Gavin? Air forehead. What was your accusation again? Huh? Oh, it was that this poison stamp killed Drew Bishop. Yeah. To which my brother responded thus: there was no way to know when Mission would use this stamp. Yes, that's right. Which is why it couldn't have been planned. Tell me, it needs to be planned. Why? Why couldn't it have been a coincidence? The defense's case is simply that Drew Mission died by that stamp. That's all. Coincidence. Christoph, you tried to slip out from under his accusation by changing the subject. If that's not bluffing, what is? What is it? What are you up to, Clavier? I could ask you the same question, Christoph. I silenced the defense for as few words possible. It's called efficiency. But Mr. Gavin, that's impermissible testimony. Very well. I shall take his claim head-on, then. Justice. What? You accuse me of Drew Mission's murder, yes? Then, allow me to ask you, what possible reason could I have to kill a painter? Apollo! Motive! He's talking about a motive! It's hard to see how an attorney could come to want to kill a painter. I mean, then again, there have been prosecutors who murdered people in the past. Why can't an attorney do the same thing? Now here's something. Why didn't he bring up the motive from the very beginning? Unless he was afraid it was a battle he might lose. So, what does it mean? It means there might be a weak spot. Maybe I have some evidence to prove a motive. A motive for murder. This is vital, if not the most vital element in this case. Please consider this when making your statement. Let's say it's about this vital. That's pretty vital. Well, Mr. Justice, I'm going through with this no matter what. Understood, Your Honor. I'd like to present evidence. Kristoff's just sitting here like, you can't possibly do this to me. Then let's see what you have for us. What reason did Kristoff Gavin have for wanting to murder Drew Mission? I can't speak today. I would say maybe the red letter. Did it say notebook or notebook? Kristoff Gavin's motive becomes clear when we consider why the stamp came to Drew Mission's studio in the first place. And why was that? Forgery, Your Honor. Go back 7 years. Drew Mission accepts his first job creating forged evidence. I've seen that before. A page from a diary, wasn't it? Magnifique grammar style. Ah, when Attorney Phoenix Wright lost his badge. Yes, the very badge that I made him lose because I'm an asshole. This was the evidence he presented to his boss. This evidence is a fake, yes. But did Mr. Wright request this forgery to be made? That was never proven. Objection! The defense attorney on that case was Phoenix Wright. Who other than him, drunk with the prospect of victory, could have done it? And why would they? Just out of curiosity, do you remember this letter? This is the first page. And this is the second, the one that says to use the enclosed stamp with the enclosed envelope. Those were presented in court yesterday. This letter was sent to Drew Mission by the client who requested that forgery. The enclosed stamp was none other than the poisoned commemorative stamp. I can't talk today. I think it's because of this hat again. For some reason, this hat hurts whenever I put both headphones and the hat on, and I don't know why. Maybe I should take it off for the time being. Drew Mission drew his last breath just the other day. However, the motive for murder was already 7 years old. 7 years old? The client who requested this forgery was very cautious. He tried to erase anything and anyone with connections to the forgery. To keep them from talking? But he made a mistake. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magician, so I kept it. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. The killer's time bomb was delayed. The poisoned stamp was sealed within a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years. Did my printer just fucking activate again? Nope, it's good. Your forehead. Do you understand what you're telling us? Yeah, I do. I understand very much what I'm trying to tell you. The one who schemed up the forged diary page was the one who poisoned the stamp. And it was Phoenix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. Adding the two statements together, the one who schemed to kill Drew Misham was none other than Phoenix Wright. No, you fucking idiot! Objection! Sorry, but that's not how this is going to go down. Oh, then how would it go down? I checked through the records on that case when I found this. 7 years ago, just before the trial began.
Oh boy. Here.
What's this?
I don't know. I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair.
And one more thing. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. I understand I'm asking the impossible. Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards. And that was enough. Phoenix Wright was put on the case the day before the trial started. He didn't have time to request a forgery. The day before? Now here's a question. Just who was Shady and Nigmar's previous defense attorney? Oh shit. What, did you just feel like committing a murder that day, Kristoff? Why didn't you just kick a baby while you were at it? You fucking demon. No. This can't all be. But it is all true. There was another man. A defense attorney with a badge on his collar. It was you, Kristoff Gavin. Order! What is the meaning of this? I mean, former lawyer. Let me begin by denying this. Objection! It's easy enough to look up, Mr. Gavin. And impossible to prove if you can't. Attorneys are registered with the court the day before the trial begins. In other words, no record remains in the court. How exactly did you intend to prove Phoenix Wright's claim? That would be difficult. I'm afraid this line of inquiry won't yield. Objection! Oh, but I got something. Your forehead. Are you sure you don't have evidence? Why are you helping me all of a sudden? What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks clammy. Evidence! Evidence that shows this man, Kristoff Gavin, requested that forgery 7 years ago. Okay. Just prove it! Free me of this devil! Please! I'm begging you! Clear up these doubts now, or I swear I'm off this case! You must have thought of some evidence, Apollo. Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's in physical pain. That darkness. I have to pull that darkness out of him, and proof is the only way I can. He's literally just like, get this demon out of me! Please! What proofs gives Kristoff Gavin's link to Drew Misham? Well, Mr. Justice, you claim Kristoff Gavin requested a forgery of Drew Misham 7 years ago. Prove it. It can be proven. I find this very hard to believe. Simply ridiculous. Why even discuss it? This evidence does not... Objection! Are you telling the truth, Apollo Justice? I am. Then, I say we give him the benefit of the doubt. Very well. But if you're wrong about this, be prepared for a penalty. Objection! Oh, jeez. Your Honor, you do the defense an injustice. Mr. Justice is clearly passionate about his claim. Should the penalty not match his passion? Oh, shit! I haven't given a penalty like that in a long time. Well, Mr. Justice? Fine, Your Honor. All I have to prove is any kind of link. Something that ties Kristoff Gavin to Drew Misham. And I have something that clearly does the job. Very well, Mr. Justice. Present your evidence. Show us the link between our witness and Drew Misham. I'm gonna look at the walkthrough because I don't trust myself. Letter from Misham. Where is that? Here we go. Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at this yellow envelope. This evidence proves there's a link.
Objection!
Where did you get that scrap of paper? I'm afraid I can't let you submit that. Is there some problem? There is. How could you possibly have that? You couldn't. Hey! That's Daddy's handwriting. Mr. Wright's handwriting? What is the meaning of this? Ah, I see now. Yes, of course. What do you mean, of course? I just remembered I had a visitor yesterday. Phoenix Wright came to my cell, except I wasn't there. Phoenix Wright? When I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail. You mean this letter was in your cell? No. However, it appears Mr. Wright has yet to be cured of his bad forging habit. But if it's a forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting's terrible. This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter. Reproduction? When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell, he brought with him a small video camera. What? Where did he get that? He looks very ugly there. He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin, and the contents of your personal mail. That idiot! Regardless, this mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court. Evidence based on a video of a man with no authority whatsoever claims he took. A man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery. Prosecutor Gavin? Oh shit, he's like, we can't accept this, man! What have you done? Prosecutor Gavin? As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother is incapable of making rational judgments at this moment. Your Honor, your decision, please. The defense's claim is denied. What? What do you mean we're denied? Only actual evidence is permitted in a court of law. Please remove the defense's evidence from the record. Better luck next time, Justice. Well, we've certainly taken a detour from our cross-examination, but the defense appears to be lacking proof. I'm forced to end the cross-examination for Christoph Gavin. Apollo, do something! I'm thinking, but without evidence, I don't have anything I can use on him. Very well, this ends the special witness's cross-examination. Not so fast! This show's over, yet the crowd screams for more! Only now do I understand why. Prosecutor Gavin? Frankly, I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years, and I'm tired of the whole youthful angst scene. Now's our chance. Let's clean out the family closet, eh, Christoph? Oh, you're spinning out of control. Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret. Spinning out of whose control? Mine or yours? Take a moment to consider everything you've built. Your reputation as a prosecutor, your fame with the masses. You could lose it all, Clavier. Apollo, did you see that? He's trying to press Prosecutor Gavin. Prosecutor Gavin, try to remember. What's really important to you? You amuse me, forehead. I couldn't forget what's really important to me, even if I tried. In fact, I haven't. Not even once. 7 years ago. Finally. You just couldn't resist, could you? Yeah, right. Resist what? Presenting solid evidence? Might I request we put the current cross-examination on hold? The prosecution would like to call a new witness. State your name and occupation for the court, for the record. I'm familiar with the trial. I've watched the video several times. Didn't you find anything unnatural about it? Unnatural? Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence. And the next moment, you call in Drew Mission. It was almost as if... Almost as if what? Funny. It didn't even occur to me to wonder. But now that I do, I see there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if, from the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence. Oh! Correct. Shit! I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up with that forged dog diary page. Don't do this, Clavier! I knew because you told me, Christoph! What?! It was the night before the trial. Clavier. Christoph? Not seeing you at the prosecutor's office the day before the trial. I won't be appearing at the trial, actually. Huh? Why not? I won't be facing off with you on your first trial, apparently. But in the exchange I brought information. Information? The attorney who will be there in my place tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. Listen, I want you to call in a special witness. Then, I wondered about it all at the time. How did Christoph know so much? Prosecutor Gavin. Christoph. We were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, brother to brother. I deserved that much. You let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all your research on the case. The victim's belongings? Which would have included Magnifi's diary, wouldn't it? You fucked up this time, Clavier. Mr. Gavin? My, Clavier. You disappoint me. You find trees, yet miss the forest. You're the one missing the forest, Gavin. Mm-hmm. You can't sweep this under the rug. Not anymore. Tell me what was going on behind that trial. Why not? I've achieved what I came here to do. I see no harm in a little reminiscing. Apollo. I think we're finally going to shine a light on the back belly of this thing, Trucy. We've done everything we could. I hope it's enough. 7 years ago, the day before the trial, I visited the detention center at the request of my client, Zach Gramery. 2 cards. 2 cards. 1 card. Showdown time. Enough. You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go. To be honest, I don't know what his reasons were to this day. As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost in a game of poker. I can come to no other conclusion. Daddy used to say something. If you want to know a man, you have to compete. Zach wasn't watching his points or the cards. He was watching the man behind the cards, Christoph Gavin. I couldn't believe it. Phoenix Wright? A second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs? He dismissed me and went with that pitiful excuse for a man? He deserved to die for that error alone. Hold it! So the one who requested that forgery was... Oh, I'm not admitting to anything. My point is, these 2 men shamed me, and I could not forgive that. Phoenix Wright and Zach Gramery both deserved what they got. So you asked Mr. Grisham to forge that evidence, so you could win. But then when you were dismissed as Zach Gramery's attorney, you used your forged evidence as a trap. You fed me information about the forgery you made. Then you gave your dirty evidence to him. You're free to imagine what you will. What you will. My point is that all I had imagined came to pass. Everything went perfectly. That's the same as a confession, you idiot! Incredible. If I wasn't laughing, I'd weep. Prosecutor Gavin? Perfectly? You're mad, Christoph. Stop fooling yourself. What are you talking about, Clavier? Tell me, how did that trial... Tell me, how did that trial end? Cancelled. When the defendant vanished. Ah, I get it. So, Christoph, you've been living in fear for 7 years. What? You were afraid your forgery would be revealed and your reputation trashed. You couldn't leave things to chance. So you watched everyone involved in the case for 7 years. You know, he always felt like he was being watched. That's what he said every day for 7 years. I felt it too. Journalists sure he's being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Gramery got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? Wait just a minute. Zach Gramery was seen by this reporter? How is that possible? Was he alive after being gone for 7 years? Finally, I knew this moment was coming. I just didn't think we'd get here so fast. Zach Gramery gone missing for 7 years. Trucy's father. What's wrong, Apollo? Go get him! Right. Leave it to me. Allow me to refresh the court's memory. 6 months ago, Christoph Gavin was charged for murdering a mysterious traveler. I remember him quite well. Shady Smith, was it? Poisoned in a Chinese restaurant. Tragic. Chinese? It was Russian! The details don't really matter right now. What matters is that traveler was Zach Gramery. Oh, shit. What is it, Apollo? Huh? Keep going! We'll talk about it later! Did she already know? Someone please explain this. Mr. Justice, can you explain this? It all started 7 years ago. The great magician Magnifique Gramery's death started it. Magnifique Gramery's death and his student Zach Gramery, the suspect. Whoever defended Zach in court successfully would be... Oops. Thinking that, Gavin did the unthinkable. He forged evidence. True mission? Actually, it was his daughter, Vera, who really did the work. You took precautions when you had that forgery made, didn't you, Mr. Gavin? Precautions? To keep people from talking, of course. These two know too much. Leaving them alive and there'll be nothing but trouble. Leave them alive and there'll be nothing but trouble. That's when you planned your poisoning of the forgers. Matrokunin. Applied to a commemorative stamp. But luck was on Mr. Misham's side. The bomb didn't go off. His daughter. She saved him by taking the stamp, I see. But that wasn't the only bomb he set up. Sierra Adoni nail polish, of course! You noticed something when you requested that forgery. When Vera Misham is nervous, she has a bad habit. A tendency to bite her nails. Ah! That nail polish was her good luck charm.
She was almost kidnapped once. Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house.
That person gave me a good luck charm for when I absolutely had to go outside. It protects me.
Yes, apparently she received something, a gift. She won't tell me what it was. It was from that client, the one who wanted that note made.
It was his insurance. Insurance? As long as she lived quietly at home, there was no danger to her. But what if she had to go outside? If she ran into any trouble, she'd become nervous. And the nail polish would do the rest. His time bomb sat there for 7 years. And then they went off almost simultaneously. Well, shit, that actually does make sense. Well, Kristoff, can't wait to see how you worm your way out of this one. If you're finished, may I return to my cell now? I'm not accustomed to standing for such prolonged periods of time. Mr. Gavin! Have you heard a single thing we've said? Oh, I've listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction. What? Clavier, surely you understand. We're back to the evidence. The lacking evidence. Nothing proves a link between him and the Atrakanans that took Drumish himself. What about the restaurant? You killed Zach Grammary! To keep him from talking! I killed no man of that name. Read over the report again if you like. The victim was a traveler by the name of Shady Smith, about whom we know little else. You can't seriously think he knew that he was that particular fugitive. Okay, then why did you kill him? I played my right to remain silent. Remember, this court did not convene to put me on trial. The defendant's name is Vera Mission, suspected in the murder of her father. My trial's been finished for 6 months now. I'm afraid we have strayed considerably from our purpose here. The court concurs with the witness. It is defendant Vera Mission who's on trial. No! But you were doing so good, Apollo! As long as there is no evidence to support the accusation against him, this course of inquiry cannot find Vera Mission. Your Honor, Phoenix Wright spent 7 years collecting this evidence. You still don't get it, do you? Let us assume there was poison in the nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing Vera Mission to bite her nails? What? It wasn't me. I know that much. The one who brought that poison to her lips was you. What? Evidence is everything. There is nothing more. I believe this discussion has reached its conclusion. Your Honor! Mr. Justice, you have performed admirably well for a host. I respect your partner Phoenix Wright's determination as well. However, without direct proof, you have nothing. Isn't that right, Clavier? Unfortunately, yes, Kristoff, you're right. That is, you would have been right until now. Man, he really likes to keep the audience on its toes, huh? What? Did the news not reach your desk in solitary? The eyes of the nation are on this courtroom today. This is a trial case for a new judicial system. Oh, the jurists! The jury! That's right! I'd totally forgotten! The jurist system! Jurists? Jurists, you say? The current judicial system has been deemed too closed off from society. This new system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into the law. Common citizens? Wisdom? Is this some kind of a joke? What could we possibly gain by doing this? Entrusting our judicial system to a mindless emotional mob of irrational mouth breathers? Common citizens have something called common sense. Common sense is not restricted by the law. Nonsense! There is only room for two in this court. Me and the law! Keep the riffraff out! Out, I say! Yep. Yeah, that... Kristoff, you kind of did yourself an injustice there. They're not in the court, actually. They're watching everything by video camera. How can you allow this? Incidentally, the one responsible for making this happen was Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright? No! So, everything was leading to this. Of course. Right. right!
I won't accept. I can't accept. This is no court. Law. The law is everything. Law is absolute. You that ignorant swine soil your courts.
Christoph, it's over.
Clavier!
The law is absolute? You can't be serious.
What?
Odd. I thought you spent your life looking for loopholes. The law isn't absolute. It's filled with contradictions. The law is the end product of many years of history, the fruit of human knowledge. Like a gem polished to gleam through trials and errors. It is this fruit we receive and pass on and face in our time. Wow, that is the first time you've ever sounded smart. And it is always changing, growing, nurturing. It is our task as human beings. Except for you, Christoph. You aren't changing. You've stopped. You're not needed anymore. I couldn't think of anything to say. Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. But someday, I'll know what law is. And I'll fight to change it if I have to. I see no need to further prolong this trial. This began as the trial of Vera Misham accused of murdering her father. The painter drew Misham, however, several other incidents were reviewed, and we seem to have reached a conclusion. Before this court declares a verdict, I await your decision. Jurists of the court, for the death of Drew Misham, how do you find the defendant? For the death? Innocent or guilty? I turn to you now to consider this matter. We the jury find her innocent. October 9th, 12:48 p.m. Jurors' Chambers. This ends the trial for this case. Only the verdict remains to be decided. Defendant Vera Misham is currently in intensive care. If a decision cannot be reached today, it may never be reached. The factors involved are simple. Did the defendant poison her father that night? If so, she is guilty. Or was there another reason for Mr. Misham's death? Did another person poison? If so, she is innocent. A panel has been provided for each of you to input your decision. That is all. Please, wait! Yes, jurist number 6? There's something in the jurist's handbook here. Persons involved with the case may not be jurists. That is correct. I've looked into all your dossiers. None of you were involved with the development of the case. I see. Does that answer your concern? It's time for your verdicts. Make your decision in the case against Vera Misham. After 7 years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely. Judge well. Oh, hey. I say not guilty. And so a verdict was reached on October 9th, 2:14 p.m. The first verdict under the jurist system. Innocent by unanimous decision. The record will show that when the verdict was announced, special witness Christoph Gavin laughed, and laughed louder than any ever heard before or since. A laugh that echoed in the halls of justice, lingering for what seemed like hours. October 10th, 8:30 a.m., the morning after the trial. In an intensive care ward, a true miracle occurred. Vera Misham opened her eyes. 10th, 10:12 a.m. Damn it. Vera, I'm so glad I... Don't cry, Apollo. I'm happy too and proud. You did well, Apollo. When I thought about what if Vera, Hey now, don't you start crying too. Sorry you had to see us like this. Aw. Vera?
Thank you so much, Apollo. Thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pressed you like that. If I hadn't, you never would have bitten your nails. No, I was wrong. Staying locked inside like that, clinging to my good luck charm. Vera, when I opened my eyes and saw you, I finally understood. It's important to be a part of the world. To see things with your own eyes. Looks like that poison has had some effect after all. It killed off whatever was holding Vera back from life.
I knew you'd pull through, Vera. I mean, that's what Apollo was fighting for the whole time. Your future.
I won't forget it. Here, let me thank you. No, really, it's okay.
Oh, look, it's me! I love it, thanks.
And now she's gonna draw me, isn't she? Is that me? She really captured your essence, Apollo. Well, I think so, at least. That reminds me. Do you know where the other lawyer is? The other lawyer? Oh, you mean Daddy said he's not a lawyer anymore. It's my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant.
No, it's okay. I'm through looking away from the things I've done. I hope I can look him in the eyes again someday and apologize. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that. He brought all those things for me when he came to visit earlier. You mean that stack of videos? Mr. Wright finished watching them all?
You know, I knew my real daddy was alive.
Huh?
I was there 7 years ago, remember? I was the one who helped him vanish from the courtroom.
You did what? How?
I'm not telling.
He promised me that day he went away. We may not meet again for some time, Trucy. But know this, I will be watching, and one day I shall return. You're the next Grammary, after all. Oh, Trucy. In the end, he couldn't keep that promise, could he?
It's okay, Phoenix is my daddy now. Even if he can't really play the piano.
Daddy can't.
Oh, and I've got you too.
I think your voice is kind of loud sometimes. Glad I made your list.
Hey, come to think of it, there is Daddy, the one who can't play. Do you know Apollo? I think he said he had to meet someone.
I wonder.
Maybe it's a new mommy. Oh, Trucy. Yes, Vera? I was wondering, could you show him to me once more? Sir Hat, was it? Oh, he's not been knighted yet. Here goes. Do us an impersonation, Mr. Hat.
Objection! Not loud enough, and I like Miss Magic Underwear better anyway.
That's magic panties, Apollo!
So, your memory's returned.
Mr. Wright, was this all a part of your plan too?
I don't know what you're talking about. When I lost my memory, I was reborn as La Muir. But you knew my true identity, did you not? That is why you chose me as one of your jurists. Ah, you're thinking into it too much. Besides, there was no guarantee that regaining your memory would make you happy. Of course it is a happy thing. For so long I thought I was alone, but now I know I have children. 2 dear children. I'm so proud of them. This too, I think, is thanks to you. Are you gonna tell them? They do not know? No. I didn't tell them at all. They don't know their mother. They don't even know their siblings. I will go to them when the time is right. Until then, don't worry, I'll take care of them for you. They're very important to me too. A little annoying at times, but still. I have to keep an eye on her at least. Because I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. Aww. She's sad. Your bracelet. Yes? I've seen a lot of mysterious things in these past 7 years. But your bracelets were the strangest thing of all. I remember meeting him half a year ago now in Christoph Gavin's office. And then I met you. Two fates destined to intertwine. And I was there when they crossed. I'll never forget that. Such a small thing, that bullet. Yet it tore away what I was away. Oof. 10 years ago during a simple rehearsal. It was a miracle no one died. But I didn't survive that accident. That is why I left the troupe. My family. Now my memory has returned. I am myself once more. For the first time, I am glad to be alive, Mr. Wright. Speaking of miracles, Vera Misham regained consciousness this morning. I can only hope she's as glad as you are. It is a strange thing, fate. Sometimes a life is taken. Sometimes a life is spared. You know what I've been thinking of? People don't die that easily, really. As long as they've got something worth living for. And that's pretty much the end of my story. For now, anyway. I've still got a long way to go with this power of mine. Well, it needs some work. But there's hope now. We lost it, but somehow we found it again. That's why people are smiling again. Hope. Yeah, I think I'll keep this lawyer thing for a while. Oops. Training time. Gotta go. Courts of Steel. Here comes justice.
Objection!
The end.
I'm glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found my long-lost big little brother. Oh, and don't you worry about the Troop Grammary. Trucy's on the case. Now that I have this, thanks to Daddy.
Trucy Grammary. Frankly, I've got my doubts, but Pat Grammary? Now that'll pack a bit. This was a fun game. This was fun. I loved this. And it's gonna be recorded. It's gonna be on my YouTube channel for all you. It's not every day you'll get a Trials that rocks harder than one of our gigs, yeah? That's why it's over. The Cavaliers are breaking up. The news caused a run on tissues in supermarkets nationwide. You're as the real stars now. I look forward to our next jam session. This was a treat. Like this. Well, it's finally over. You know, thinking about it, I've been a piano player longer than I was a lawyer. Now that everything's sorted and I've got time on my hands, maybe I'll take some lessons. Or maybe I'll take the bar exam again. He is such a man, Phoenix. But yeah, this game, like, these games have a tendency to just make you think of the, like, the most not connected things ever. So, I was standing around eating snackoos the other day when I got this crazy idea. What if they were golden? You could augment the crunch, or better yet, make them ding. And the power of science. Although the preservatives might not be 100% safe. Like, I want to play the next one, honestly. Like, if I can find it, I will play the next one. It is unlikely that you are wanting Russian feast to come to Borscht Bowl Club. The only thing colder than restaurant is borscht. Ah, but the greater challenge is required. Then come to the hideout! You know what to ask for. Olga O'Reilly. Oh, it's Lagi Mar singing. Interesting, interesting. What is this? Uh-oh. So, Kentucky Pastries is getting back to the Eastern roots. Yo, boss, culture time!
is how we write root, capiche?
I thought we're still about giving back to the people. Yo, boss, VR time.
And this is how we write people, alright?
Now that Walkie's paying attention. Oh, kids.
Or Walkie. What's that guy even doing? I need to see what this Discord thing is. Someone messaged on Discord and I don't know why.
Dessoi! Chinese characters on cake was a fly idea like 3,000 years ago, believe that. Man, you want to make it today, you gotta keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that's why I made the OG cracker, for real. I know it don't look no cracker, G. What do you want me to call it? The OG muffin?
That would be better, honestly.
I don't know where all this talk about food is coming from. You ask me, there's only one food, and that's noodles. Noodles forever. I got a new one too. See, this time I just put a big chunk of salt in the bowl. Why pretend? Hell News Noodles is about the salt. Salt forever!
I miss listening.
Yes. Yes. My exceptionally inquisitive nature has won me unequivocal endorsement in my department. You see, they use what to call me Wesley Stinker and Wesley Sticky Hands. But no longer. I have a new name, one that reflects my true academic nature. Wesley Sicko, reporting. Yes, curiosity is a sickness, and I am the cure.
That's not why they're calling you that.
That's not why they're calling you that, my dude, but hey, whatever floats your boat.
Alright, I need to... Okay, I guess there was no message. Interesting. Alright. But yeah, this game, like... the Ace Attorney series is interesting. It's actually really fun.
I don't know how to thank you all for all you've done. Light has returned to my life, and with it, joy. I may have lost years, but I have gained a treasure. 2 treasures, in fact. I will think of them when I write my next song.
Thalassa Grammary. Lam you are. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing. Brusha, brusha, brushel, brusha, brusha, brushel. Brushel here, back on the beat with another interview. How do I feel about things turned out? About how things turned out? No scoop yet, but journalists' confidence in mint condition. And quote! What a thing to stop the photo on. Oh, there she is. Like clockwork.
I've decided to keep painting. Originals only, of course. I suppose I'll have to see a bit of the world outside to find what to paint. But I know there are good people out there now. I've met them. The door is open. The world is waiting. Thank you.
I can only imagine what things were like back in, like, Sherlock Holmes time. Aww. What, nothing from Dick? How dare you? That's it. The end. Oh, that was fun. That was a fun final trial. And hey, you know what? Not bad. We went for like an hour. Not bad at all. I will say, I will try to find the next game. Because I really want to play more of it. I might even do Miles Edgeworth's game too, if people really want to see it. So, oh, and also, for future reference, I will be putting down these videos because I am recording this stream as I am streaming these streams. I'll be putting them on my YouTube channel. So I might put that in my Twitch at some point as well. Anyways, I hate to cut this short, but I did say this would be the finale. And what a finale it was. Until then, I will see you all next week. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, next week. Next week. It'll be Friday. Friday, I'll see you guys, hopefully. Have a great time!